The first one, Soft Life Woman presents the Declutter Your Life, where I talk about all that I've let go of and then more on what I've pressed more into. I'm your host, Tay Rosé. Let's dive into today's episode. So, there's a lot that is happening. So, at first, I woke up at 9:30, but I said, you know what? God ordained me to wake up 30 minutes later than I wanted to, because I wanted to wake up at 9 o'clock. I set my reminders where you could press urgent, so I did that. And so I did that. I got ready. I filmed another video. I did a product review. That went well. And as I'm setting up for this, there were so many complications with tech setup. So I have my phone here, and I have my camera over here. And then in the midst of me getting ready, my wireless microphone starts to die. And then I have to switch over to Discord for the mobile from there, and then I was in the middle of filming, and then there was a lot of interruption, so I just decided to cut that out. So this is take 2 of this episode. I feel like there's a lot that's going on, but we're gonna cut and clear all of that, right? We're gonna cut and clear all of that in the name of Jesus. So now this episode is going to be a little different. I did mention that I wanted to talk about handbags and other accessories, but then I was looking at my notes and it literally is the same as like clothing. So I decided to do away with that, and I'm going to talk about social media accounts and other types of entertainment that I have let go of. Alright, here's the scripture of the day, and this comes from John 15:19. In other words, this is from the book of John, chapter 15, verse 19, where it says, "If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you." So it kind of ties in with social media these days, where we all try to be like everybody else. We all try to be like one another. And no matter what you do, the world still will not like you for it. Like, you're there chasing after the world when God already put something in you that is going to spark. Like, everyone already sees light. I'm going to talk about all that I used to consume. Okay, I'm ready to really dive into it. So now, I used to follow social media accounts and YouTube channels that, let me first start off on the social media accounts, okay? Because I have my notes right here. So I used to follow accounts that promoted me to buy more. Be like makeup products, that would be like a clothing, that would be like a jewelry. That's the stuff, or that's the content that I used to consume. And I knew I did not need any of that, right? But once I saw it on social media, I told myself, ooh, I need to have it. Alright, this will make me feel good, when again, that is temporary happiness. It's not eternal happiness, or happiness that will stay in here forever, or joy that will stay in here forever. Okay, so it's not like that. You're happy, you love that item 1 minute, and then next minute you don't want it anymore, so it just gone away. All right, so that's the stuff that I used to follow. I used to follow accounts that would make me want to buy more, and it was the same with people too. I used to follow certain accounts that was not promoting the right habits. All right. And then on YouTube, I would watch videos that would pretty much cloud on my judgment. I mean, back when before my transformation journey, I was watching certain content because I'm thinking, okay, this is funny, and the stuff I used to like were pranks. I used to like pop the balloon, okay. But with the pranks, at first they were funny, but me watching it was because I liked the reaction, like the not so great reactions of those who were being pranked. I used to watch Pop the Balloons, which Pop the Balloon, I mean, if you think about it, it is very hurtful. Cause it's like public humiliation for thousands, if not millions of people to see. Like, where you go, like, you present yourself. I know, let's say for me as an example, I would present myself in front of men because I want to find love. And as soon as they see me, a lot of them pop the balloon. And when they pop the balloon, that means that they don't want to give you a chance. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to get to know you. They don't want to go on a date with you. So that to me is considered public humiliation. But I used to watch content like that, and I used to laugh at it. But then now thinking about it, that's very mean, and it's not funny. because eventually someone gets their feelings hurt. And I know there was a vlog that I was watching by another YouTuber where there was like a physical altercation that took place because the girl who was going to find that love, she got into it with another guy, and it didn't end well, so they had to stop the production right there and then. I used to also delve into the drama. I mean, if you think of like Instagram with certain gossip channels, I would get into that, and that would be my day. But then I would say honestly, like around college, I stopped liking it because I wanted to focus on my studies, so I did away with that. And then I got back into it again a few years ago because there was a lot that was going on in the music industry, so I wanted to I had to know what was going on. But then like that had me distracted. I lost my focus, and I didn't like how it was making me feel, because it was almost becoming obsessive with what's next, and that's not good. I'm just gonna be transparent and say that's not good, because then you could be delving into the drama, and then you become obsessed with it, and that imparts your life, because you want to know, okay, what's happening to this person, what's happening to that person, what's happening with this relationship, what's going on with this. Like, it's a lot that is really clouding your judgment. There's no clarity in your mind. I know that for me, there was no clarity in my mind, so I unfollowed a lot of those pages. I even went on YouTube and I said don't recommend channel, and I put don't recommend a lot of channels there on YouTube. Like, you should see my YouTube now. Like, my home screen and my subscriptions, it's like very, to y'all it would be boring, because some of you who are just transitioning or transforming, you may not understand the full concept that as God is leading you towards better, you don't need all the garbage that is filling your head. So my page is like very calm. Alright. And then other entertainment I used to have caught my judgment was music that was promoting being a baddie of the world. Alright. And if you know the songs, you know the songs in which I am referring to. Okay. I mean, I don't even want to think about half the music I used to listen to. There's some that weren't bad. I had some soft R&B, those like the real rah baddie type of music, alright? And yeah, I'm not into that anymore. So now I want to talk about what I like to consume now. It's like healthy consumption in moderation. So I love Christian music. Like, I know from my local radio station, I used to listen to MK Love, but then I found another radio station that I love. It's called The Message. It's on Sirius XM. And then they also have, for a limited time, The Message Worship. I love majority of their music on there, so that is why I keep it on. And in my Pandora, like, I went and I deleted a lot of my music from back when I was in high school. And now my Pandora page is so clean. Like, it is so clean. Like, I got Jonathan Ogden, Jamie McDonald. I have this new artist on here, but I think he's a producer, Mayor Boss. He's Nigerian, and his music is amazing. I am going to make a blog post on that coming soon, so that way you can so I can directly link y'all to his page on Pandora, because I know everybody's with the Spotify and all that. I'm not a Spotify girly, so I love my Christian music. Alright. And I love like the little calm piano music too. First thing in the morning when I'm reading my book, I put it on my channel, and it has like a little cute aesthetic-ish background with like the Bible and the flowers, and sometimes it's like by the water. That's the type of content that I like to consume in my ears, okay? I also like vlogs that connect with my life now. I mean, back then I used to watch vlogs that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was not realistic. Like, there's people that would like every month they're traveling, and as us working people, we don't travel every month. Like, we're not going to Ibiza in January, and then we're going to Lagos February, then we're going to Rio March, then we're going to DR April. I mean, that's not realistic. I mean, for some people that is a part of their job, they do travel. But then I'm talking about influencers now, where they're traveling all the time. That is not realistic, and I used to watch that, And I used to think I want to do that. It was almost to the point where like I was like I almost wanted to be like them. Okay, I wanted their life so bad. To the point where like I was like almost reaching towards that point, and that honestly is not good, because I was starting to lose myself because of the vlogs I was consuming. And even like with some vlogs with like the shopping, it was the same thing. I mean, like, it would cloud my judgment and make me want what they have. And of course, knowing me, I would go look it up and then find the dupes and have it. And I love it 1 minute, and then the next minute I will not love it. And then, I don't say I will not love it, but I wouldn't care for it anymore. And so it'll be in my closet wearing either the clothes or the bag or the shoes or the jewelry. Like, you know? And that is a sin. Like, that is a true sin. And I do not want to do that. And I'm happy that I'm going to bring this up, because I did write a post. I wrote a post saying that I was no longer going to do Keeping Up with Tay Rosé. Alright? And that was part of the reasons on why. I mean, I felt like as a content creator, I was promoting a lot of shopping. And sadly, there are people in the world that shopping is another addiction. To the point where a lot of them, like a lot of us, we go bankrupt, we're in debt, and then we have to pay off all those credit card debt. And I didn't want to promote that anymore. Even though it was every once in a while, and then sometimes you see that I go out to eat and all that, but that was every once in a while, and that is not realistic. So that was the reason why I stopped doing Keeping Up with Tay Rosé. And then on top of that too, I would have to think about where to go, what to do, when to vlog, where to vlog. It was a lot of thinking. So it almost took away from my creativity of loving to create content and edit. And anytime when all the fun and all that fun spark comes away, that is not a good feeling, because that is showing your disinterest. So it's best to pull away from that project and then move on to something else. So that is what I am doing. So I've pulled away from Keeping Up with Tay Rosé completely, because I see what's going on in the world, and I see that the videos that I was putting out there, it may not be healthy for some people. And plus too, I'm in a different transition phase, and it's almost like this. So every time when I would edit, there were so many complications with my editing software, with the footage. Like, there were so many complications. And so I was like, God, is this a sign that I should stop vlogging? And that was in, I think, 2025. So all of last year, I was questioning it. I was saying, should I stop vlogging? Like, should I stop the content that I'm making now? Because there was always complications that would take place. And so I wrote it in my Bible study journal. I pondered on it. It took for my computers to get fixed last year, where I didn't vlog. And then I came back to it, and then I realized it wasn't fun anymore. And so I was let to no longer do Keeping Up with Tay Rosé. Had it not been for my oldest niece, I would not be doing the Flourish and Soft Life. But this is something that I actually love to do, and I feel like this world needs it now more than ever, because there's a whole lot of foolishness behind the screens and on the TV. So I feel like it is best to unleash it, okay? So that is what I used to consume. And then you see my social media. I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have almost all the things. I no longer am going on Lemon8 and Threads. Lemon8, that app is that's an app that will feed into your addiction of shopping. Because every time I would go on Lemon8 and I will see something new and cool, I'm like, ooh, I want this. And all the girlies, like, they know how to put in that work with that content. And so I'm like, okay, let me go to Five Below, get this. Let me go to Burlington and get this. Like, let me go to Walmart and get this. Like, that was, like, Lemon8, like, will feed into your addiction of shopping. And That is not healthy. So I don't even go on Lemonade anymore. What I did was I turned off all my notifications. But the reason why I have not deactivated it is because my TikTok is connected to Lemonade. So I no longer am on that anymore. So they don't send me any notifications. I did get a notification from them, like 2 of them, like I think earlier this week, but they're all in the spam. So I just swipe it away and put it in the garbage. Like in the mail on my phone. So Lemonade will promote toxic addictions, and I have a goal for myself, and I don't want to be in that anymore. So I did away with Lemonade, and I also am doing away with Threads. And I have a story time on Threads, which is part of the reason why I'm not on Threads anymore. And there's another factor too, but I just decided not to go on Threads anymore. And going back to keeping up with Tay Rosé, with me on vlogging, it consists of your location. And with me, like, I'm around people who I love dearly. And what happened to someone's mom earlier in the year, I don't want that happening to my family. That, like, there's some weirdo that is trying to figure out wherever I go, like, and then trying to figure out my moves. I don't like that, and I feel like that is not safe. So that's part of the reason why I don't do it. And if you see, like, my drive with me's, I'm blurring out, like, every part of the window. I'm blurring that bad boy out because I don't want nobody knowing my moves. Okay. So I mean, I just had to kind of shed a light in that a little bit. But I'm just gonna give you the basics with what I consume now: Christian music, vlogs that I can actually connect with, and obviously less social media. I also don't even know I'm going to Snapchat anymore because they want to talk about some. You gotta pay for storage. Bye. Alright? So, obviously, the reason for this change is because I don't need my mind clouded by what the world is offering. And right now, the world is offering so much negative garbage. Okay? So much negative garbage. And I want, in the space I'm in right now and the times that we're in now, there's so much going on in the world. I want my mind to be clear and open. I do not want garbage polluting or distracting me from what is really going on. I do not need that. So that is the reason for my change. And I remember when I was younger, when I was growing up, this was the time when my people, millennials in the building, when Facebook and MySpace were popular. And I remember, like, I would beg my mom to have a MySpace and have a Facebook. And she did not want to give it to me. And at first I was just like, ugh, this sucks. Ugh, my life. Until I eventually got it. And then I realized why my mom didn't want me to have social media in the first place. And I'm just going to simplify it like this. You see things that you don't want to see. It could be nasty entertainment. And it could also be like if you are friends with people on Facebook and you have a clique and they don't invite you anywhere, but then like all of a sudden you go on your Facebook and you see pictures of them at Starbucks, you see pictures of them at a party, and then like that makes you feel away. And that's why a lot of kids these days like are the way they are, like they're in a dark space because of social media. And if I was thinking now like then, I honestly would not have any form of social media at all. I would not. Like, I would keep being obedient to my mom. It's not like I did it without my mom's permission. It took a couple of promptings and a lot of thinking before my mom said, yes, go ahead and have social media. Because it is a lot. It does mess with you mentally. It messes with you emotionally. And then it clouds your judgment. And I feel like that's not healthy for anybody, even for the adults. Like, there's adults that are like older that are like sitting on their phone and they're scrolling through Facebook, they're scrolling through Instagram, like whichever social media they're on, and there's no connection at all. Like I said before, if it was me now, like then, if it was me then now, I would be more than okay to not have any form of social media. But honestly, the reason why I even have social media is one, because of, it was like the bandwagon that was going on, saying that this social media website is better than this social media website, and so I just decided to have all of them. And then before my transformation phase, I was trying to get my reach, because social media, they're all about algorithm. So I'm like, yo, I want my algorithm to be popping. And so that's why I have so much social media. But now I have my social media for this, because I actually am feeling compassion about this project. So I actually want to keep going with this. And then for influencer, because on influencer, when you are a product reviewer, you have to promote the products. I don't want to say promote the products in that way, but you have to talk about the products and what you like and dislike about it. All right? And I feel like there was a lot that I put on social media, but that was something that's been gearing my head for the past few weeks, and I feel like it's best that I skip that other episode, knowing that it's a repetition of the same thing over and over again, and I talked about this. But I mean, I do have a couple of story times about social media and how it has affected me for the worse, and how it affected my schooling. So if you would like to know about all of that, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I will do like a separate segment series, because I have so many series. Like, I have my blog, and I be typing. I haven't been typing as much as of lately, but I be typing. Like, the fingers be going. So I have my blog going on, and then I have a couple of other series that I have like pre-planned ahead of time. Really a few that I have pre-planned ahead of time. So there's a lot that's in the works for the Flourish and Soft Life woman. Alright? So there's a lot that's in the works for that. So now thank you for joining me today on the Declutter Breakdown. So make sure you subscribe or follow, and also turn on your notifications so you can see when the next episode is out. For the next episode, and this is the final episode of the series, Declutter Breakdown, I'm going to be talking about non-like-minded people. Okay? So be prepared for that episode. I don't know when exactly I'm going to film it, because I'm not on man's time. I'm on God's time. I'm not with the algorithm. I'm on God's algorithm. Even though God doesn't even have algorithms, because everything with God is infinite. So whenever God says, make that video, I'm going to make that video. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this episode and hearing my voice. All right? I'll see you in the next episode. And this is the final episode of the Declutter Breakdown series. And then I'm going to get back into my regular programming. Bye.